my sugarcane farm actually works. Yeah, I mean, this little thing behind me here didn't look like much, but it actually does work. And I have proof. And that proof is right here inside this white shulker box that has been renamed to Rocket Box. Check it out, folks. A full shulker of rockets. That was so crazy. This thing produces about 2.5 stacks per hour, roughly, according to my calculations. And I've AFK'd around 3.5 hours, and that was just about enough to get me almost 2 stacks out here, and then also a full box of rockets. So remember when I said when I built this thing that I wanted to not have to worry about rockets? Well, there we go. I don't have to worry about rockets anymore. I've got both modules fully in place. I just need to add some glass here and here, but yeah, I mean, just AFK. I AFK this thing for not very long. I mean, there's nothing here. It's not so fast that you'll just see stuff rolling in. That's awesome. But my ender chest is over here because I basically set the ender chest here, put my items inside of it, and then used my silk touch pickaxe to AFK at this thing and mine that, and burnt it straight up, and now I can't mine that anymore. But that's okay because I've got cheap silk touch over there. Anyway though, so yeah, rocket problem has been completely solved, annihilated, and obliterated. But what are we actually going to do in this actual episode? We are going to start the base. Finally, we're going to start the mega base, the actual giant mega base, the one that will be a giant castle. If we take a look once again in the ender chest here, you can see that we have this, and I need a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. And if we check inside, okay, that one's not very impressive, but this one here, look at that full stone. 2 full stone boxes, 2 full stone shulker boxes, 1 more full that has about half stone and half cobblestone, and then 1 more just a little bit left. So this should be great to get us started, especially these 2. I can leave these smelting or something while we're working on it, but basically though, that is the amount of stone that this thing has given me. It's not a great stone farm because you have to go through pickaxes, like manually doing it, but I mean, it's really small and really cheap, and it's generated quite a bit for what size it is. And sorry if this episode has taken a while to come out, because although in my time I haven't actually started the base yet, I'm not sure how long it's going to take, and I plan on finishing the entire outer wall in this episode. I may not get there, but that's what I'm planning on doing. So, I mean, let's go ahead and just get over there and see what we have to do. So yeah, over here at the giant square. So yeah, this land is very rough cut. I did a little bit of terraforming and flattening in the middle here. I need more for this little square. I'm not doing the keep today though, but I am going to try to do the outer wall and the gatehouse. This is going to be a big gatehouse. So I'm basically getting the design for this out of the Minecraft Medieval Fortress book. And so I do need to do a slight bit of testing though to figure out like whether or not like what actually is going to look good. How high does the wall need to be? Obviously this is just a marking line. This doesn't actually, like, the height of it and everything doesn't mean anything. And it even goes over a ravine over here. There's kind of a lot of stuff we got to do here. So pretty much the first thing that we need to do, I guess, is kind of get a rough idea of what like a chunk of the wall needs to look like, and the towers and such. So I think it's time to head over to a creative mode testing world and kind of just figure that out a little bit. So here we are in the infinite flatness, and if I just get the types of stone that I'm gonna need. So here's the design, rough design for like the corner towers that I've been thinking. So this is kind of like copied straight out of the Minecraft Medieval Fortress book with some changes by me, and I'll probably add more changes, but as you can see, it's just like a 2-level thing with windows and a ladder going down, and just kind of a classic tower thing. So yeah, I mean, I think this thing would be really cool, and then these would basically be at the corners of the wall, and they would pretty much have like a door going to the top of the wall, and the wall would come out like right here. But the thing I need to figure out though is how high it needs to be. Do I need to make these towers higher? How high does the wall need to be? Things like that, so that I know, like, you know, how high to build it, and so that I don't get it wrong in the actual world, because that would not be fun if I had to redo everything. And here you can see we got a little chunk of the wall that I've done. It's just kind of a concept for the wall, but I think it actually looks pretty good. You can see that there's like walking space up here, there's a door to get inside the turret on the corner, and then basically, you know, the wall would stretch out in that direction, and then there'd be these on all 4 corners, and also probably like halfway between the wall there would also be one of these to kind of break up the monotony. But you can see you got a little bit of detail down here, some little like arch pattern type things and such. I think it actually looks pretty cool. I need to kind of figure out though what exactly what other kinds of details do I need in the wall. Do I need some chiseled stone like that? Maybe that doesn't look bad at all. That looks pretty cool. Just any extra detail I can get in the wall, even things like See, something like this might actually be really cool. This is where I need to plan everything because I can't really change it after the entire thing is built on the actual world. So that actually looks pretty good. This wall's actually looking really nice. I'm really happy with how this is coming out. And then obviously there's going to be torches and stuff. But I think, though, we might be onto a winner here. Now, I'm not sure about the gatehouse or anything, but I'm going to go ahead and screenshot this so that I can come back and look at it while I'm building. And do we just get started? Like, do we actually just get started on the actual world? I think we do. I think we get started right now. So I think I'm just gonna, yeah, like I said, I think I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna find the easiest spot to start, just because it'll be easier to start in the easiest spot. Now there are some complications with this, such as the ground not being flat, and the way I'm gonna deal with that, I don't exactly know. So I'm just gonna start going that way is pretty much flat. So I'm gonna build a tower here and then just take off in that direction and see what happens. So we'll do that. We'll get started on that in the morning. Alright, let's see. So we have one tower just about finished, and I actually like it. I think it looks pretty good. Now, it could be better. I'm not exactly sure how. I think a little more detail would be good, but I think I can figure that out and add that later. But I mean, for now, though, I think... Let's see again here. I think it actually looks pretty good. Like, I actually like that. I can, if you imagine them, at all the corners, I think that could actually be really cool. So yeah, one tower has now been finished. And so what I was thinking was to put one at each corner, but also one like in the middle of the wall as well. I think that could look good. Which means I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these in all. And I skipped the part up in the front there because that's where the gatehouse is going to be a big old thing there. Wait, that is the front, isn't it? Like that is... Yeah, that's the front, and then the whole village will be out here, which is also going to be a whole nother thing in itself, but one thing at a time, though. So, yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and move on to starting to make a section of the wall. But yeah, I need to find out right away if I don't like it. Like, I need to find out quickly before I build a lot if I don't like what I'm building, because it's going to be hard to change later. So I'm going to do a time lapse of a building of however much wall I managed to finish, because I'm doing an upcoming live stream, although of course that's already out in your time. But I'm going to go ahead and do that, but that's going to be condensed into a bit of a time lapse. So let's go. So that was a super fun and successful time lapse and live stream that I did, and I mean, it was pretty successful. You can see what we finished behind me there, but I mean, yeah, I'm really actually happy with how it came out. I need to add a few more details, and today I'm gonna actually put in this last section of wall before we end. I know I said I wanted to finish the entire outer wall, but that was a bit ambitious for one episode, so I'm not going to do that. It'll probably just be this one section, but I mean, one bit at a time, and don't worry, I'm not going to have just episode after episode of base progress. I'm going to mix it up with other things like farms and stuff. But, I mean, I guess we just need to go ahead and get to work on this last chunk of wall. But I don't actually know if I've got enough stone left. I do have a few bits left in here, a few stacks. Couple stacks. Wow, that fit together perfectly. Okay, a couple stacks, some cobble. I think I might have some in a shulker somewhere, and then also, as you will have seen if you watched my live stream, or if you go watch it right now, then I put in some to smelt, some cobblestone to smelt, but I think it's out of my simulation or render distance or whatever, and so I don't think it was actually working while I was gone over there. So it's probably. Wait a second, it's turned. Oh, it ran out of fuel. Okay, yeah, I only put in half a stack of logs, which, come to think of it, was not nearly anywhere enough. So I'm going to have to get more fuel, but here's a couple more stacks of stone, so that's good. And then, let's see, there's some slabs. I don't think I need those right now. I need them for stuff, but for now I'll just do them, put them in there. And so, yeah, guess I'll go ahead and get started over there, and I guess we'll just do this in another time lapse. Should be pretty quick, because it's one little section of wall, so let's go. And here we have it, folks. Actually, I don't think I'm actually walking on the new piece of wall. I wasn't. Okay, but anyway, this is it right here. I skipped the time lapse. As you saw, I was going to do a time lapse, but it wasn't much of a time lapse, and it didn't record that great, and it was in bits, and I don't know, whatever. I just didn't add it, but it's okay. Basically, this wall, neither this wall or the other one are done. I'm going to add more detail at the top, but I really like how these are coming out, though. And there's these little doorways, which I'm going to put, I think, spruce doors. I kind of would rather put a spruce floor in here, so I might put spruce floors. We'll see. Probably not, because I already put in oak, but I probably will put spruce doors, because I tried oak, and they just look like house doors. They don't look like doors fitting for a castle, where spruce doors are like, big, like, heavy doors with those little ring opener doodad things. Anyway, but yeah, I'm so happy with how this is coming out. This is the biggest thing, really, I've ever built. Or at least it will be. It might not be the biggest, but oh my goodness, I eat through stacks of stone building this, though. But also, I need more color in this, I feel like. It looks like something kind of generic that was built a long time ago in Minecraft. Like, you could have built this exact thing years ago, and it would look the same. I feel like it needs color. Should I put banners, or what are you guys' thoughts? Tell me in the comments what I need to do. You have expert builders out there. Tell me what I need to do to make this look better, because I'm not an expert builder. Anyway, I know we only finished a quarter of the wall when I said we might finish the whole thing in this episode. It's okay. We'll come back to it. This thing will get finished up gradually. But that's where I will leave it today, folks. Thanks so much for watching. So, I will see you next time on Joecraft, and goodbye.